Are we used to the new bones yet? Because I'm not. Hello, hello, welcome on in. Oh, right. Let me get chat here. There they are. I really need to fix how that looks when I get the chance. That's a bit eye-piercing. Huh. Think I'm used to it enough. Hello, Tadon Zero. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Tony, of course. Welcome on in, welcome on in. You may notice the thing on my head. That is a hat. I used to wear one all the time, and I don't feel like a detective without one, so I borrowed one from oh goodness, what is in my description right now? Darn it, this is why I always name my props, but it's not in OBS for once. I mean, at least it's this same design. How does this look like I'm not gonna question it. Anyway, for those who may not know me, my name is Ricky T. Bones. I am the proprietor, detective extraordinaire of Hotel Calaveras, broadcasting to you live from the 44th floor of Hotel Calaveras. I forgot my intro completely. Can you tell it's been a week since I last streamed? Can you tell that the rust is showing immediately? Alakablam! Yeah, it's a brand new face. It's a brand new feel. There's a bunch more cool stuff coming around at some point. And I'm just like hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there by a thread. Brand new set of bones indeed. Yeah, and I'm still getting used to them. Still getting used to, moving them with my head more. I'm usually like just perfectly fine with staying still and never really talking or moving much, but now that I'm on screen, I have to be like, putting on the Ritz and all that. So yeah, I'm still getting used to this. I'm also still getting used to the fact that it's about a second of delay for me. For y'all, through the power of OBS wizardry, I'm actually moving in real time, quote unquote. I'm gonna see your movements, your jaw move, your breathing. Wait. No, you can't. See, when I had the Jolly Pops model, there was actually breathing enabled. I didn't bother mentioning it to Franky because I'm a skeleton. I'm dead. It's creepy. Like, I can do a great PNG impression in a second. But, it's fitting. It's thematic. That's how I pose for all my pictures. There we go. Yeah. Never do that again. I assure you, I'm too jittery to do that sort of thing on stream. Jolly Pops. Oh, the difference between Jolly Pops and RTB PNG 1.0, yeah. The only thing in there is your bicycle pump. Yep. That's what I use to make sure that the bicycle I ride around town in is filled up. But yes. Today's stream is Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. Case 2 after my first model swap way back when. We're finally going back to this series and I want to finish it before mid-year. It might be a two-parter. We might have to make it a little extended of a stay, but next week we'll be returning to our usual series, Dead Rising, Mummy Demastered, and some other third thing I hopefully will stay intact until the day. Maybe start an hour earlier. I thought about that, but I don't know. I thought about doing that, but then when I did 3-hour streams to try and finish Dead Rising, it took a lot out of me. I'm gonna be real. Hyperfixation stream when... Oh, Tony. I don't have any. I have projects I go into head first, but I don't have any insatiable hyperfixations. As far as I know. As far as I know. Or are you talking about our usual collabs? What am I missing here, Tony? What hint are you dropping like a stone and I'm not picking up? I am confused, as a skeleton can be, who doesn't have a brain, supposedly. So, just to... When will you just let hyperfixation go burr for once? I mean, this is gonna be one of the said streams, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a detective fan. I have read the Hardy Boys. I've played L.A. Noire. I have, of course, done all the little Encyclopedia Brown books as a kid. And of course, I've read a lot of the Sherlock Holmes tales. But I don't know. I mean, sure, I have nerd out moments, but I don't know. I mean, I did several times during Warhammer 40k. I don't know if you noticed. I kind of just lore dumped the entirety of the Chaos realm in that stream. So I think I've done it. I've done my part. Don't worry. It'll probably come out again during this stream. But an entire stream dedicated to it? Probably Hearthstone, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much WoW lore. But I do know that I enjoy card games. And Michael Splatakoi can tell you from our recent DMs that I do have my nerdy side, and I like to hide it. Hello, Mims. Top or live chat? Live chat, however, the integrated chat does default to top, unfortunately. I need to see if I can fix that at some point. Maybe there's some code I can throw into the CSS that'll fix that. Or maybe I could do it on my own. I don't know. Hold on. Hello, Bee. Hello, Honeybee. Nice to see you on this side of the tracks. Bori was streaming earlier today, wasn't he? Yeah, he was doing an art stream. Yeah, I've been busy all day looking for a new gig to keep the hotel funded. So you'll be nerdy with Michael, not me. Okay, be honest, Tony. Do you really want to know what we talked about? I'm having an out... Okay, I will talk about this tangent and then we will move on to the game. I'm having an out-of-body experience with Michael. Sky! Hello again. Saw you back at Franky's stream earlier today. Welcome in. We're going to be nerding out and solving some crimes in a second. But essentially, our DMs a couple nights ago, actually, I think. Was it Sunday? Saturday? I don't remember. But essentially, Michael has been taking up the mantle of Gigi Murin of Hololive English and going after a deadbeat. And trying to get them... trying to get me to play League. The only difference between me and Callie is that I've played League before, and I don't know if I want to go back. I don't know if I want to go back into that basement. But we had to talk about characters I might like, and then I had to explain in no uncertain terms that the spreadsheet character that's supposedly in League may or may not be appealing to me. And I had to explain that, yes, I am a fan of gimmicky characters with about 18 different rules to them. What of it? And then we got talking about Borderlands and busted character builds. Look, point being, I'm a min-maxing nerd, and I don't have many opportunities to show it, but it's there. It's there. Regardless, that'll be for another time. I didn't show my nerdy side enough. I don't show my nerdy side enough, and this stream is going to try and fix that. Because I am a hardcore mystery fan. I read probably like 15 Hardy Boys novels, 17 Encyclopedia Brown novels, maybe start to finish the entire Sherlock Holmes series, although there's a couple stories I haven't recognized. Or, no, I think I read only Sherlock Holmes Returns as a compilation. Some Nancy Drew... Columbo, of course, I have the entire collection. Okay, point being, you get the point. Detective Ricky T. Bones is a little more lore accurate than he's... Ace Attorney, when we finish... Ace Attorney when we finish Mummy Demastered, probably. I have too many series going on right now. This is one of them, but it's kind of an off and on kind of deal. So we don't have to worry about this one being dropped for a bit. The other ones I want to get through as soon as I can, because Dead Rising is a holdover from Halloween. And I owe Grin a debt of gratitude, and to finish that game when I get the chance. Grin's currently undergoing some changes to his channel, so I don't know when we're going to be able to collab on Dead Rising 2. But eventually that'll happen. Regardless. I have a nerdy side. I don't show it enough. This will be the year of the nerd. Eventually, supposedly, there's going to be a Candyland showdown. As discussed in the... What was it? Like, stream before? England Holmes? Enola Holmes? Actually, no. I do know what you're talking about, I think. Wait, so the VTuber has a nerdy side? No way! Yes. We're gonna see it, and we're gonna stop gaffing about what I've discussed with Michael and not what I've discussed with Tony. I don't know. I have nerdy stuff I enjoy. I just don't get the opportunity to play it on stream that much because I only stream 2 hours a week. 2 hours, 6 hours a week, usually. So, all that being said, let's get into the game. We've wasted too much time, and the game is afoot. Not the game is afoot. The game is... You know what? Never mind. It's the internet. They're gonna make it weird anyway. Oh, by the way, I need to do this before I forget to do this. Sky, you are a... I hate using content creator, but you are a streamer, and we recognize streamers in this house. Get blued. Everything is taken out of context. You are trusted with the spanner. Do not abuse it. I only expect you to be recognized with your blue status now. Or purple if you're only looking at the stream. Alright, let's shift over to the game screen. I did some testing as I speak to you from the void. I did some testing. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba da. And hopefully things will work out okay. There you are. But the game should run smoothly. Should. Whether or not I will remains to be seen. But it's hard to tell when my perception of Ricky is usually at 0.5 times the speed. Makes up for me losing 6K crayons and glitches stream earlier. Oof. Alright. Okay. Alright, GOG, let's launch this. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to move chat over here. That over here. Before the game launches. Boo-doo-doo. Hello, Rupee. Meow. And this over here. Okay, game is launching. But yes, if the on-screen chat isn't live chat, regardless, don't worry. Oh, my model's gonna have a minute here. Hold on. As the game is struggling to launch. Okay. Alright. I might be 30 FPS bones for this, but you know what? I'm not starting my year off with a PNG. I'm gonna be real with you. Loading screens might kill this, but at least the game will be smooth. Okay. Fix it up. Make sure it all slots in nicely. Alright. For the uninitiated. 30 FPS ain't too bad. When you make do with what you got, right? So, for the uninitiated. Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments is a game about investigation, figuring out clues, finding and questioning suspects, and in the end, when we have done all of our research and when we come to our own conclusions, we, as Holmes, are tasked with absolving them of their crimes in an understanding manner, or sending them to the police for a justified death. Yes, we call the shots at the end of the day, and anything we garner up will lead to our own conclusions. Last time we did this, we were investigating the death of Black Pete. Turned out the killer was, in fact, in the right for doing it. It was an act of self-defense. We saw both endings to it, and only one of them turned out to be the true ending, so I'm gonna do my best to suss this out. Okay. Just making sure everything looks good. And last time you nearly got it perfect. Yes, nearly. I missed one key detail, and you know what? I feel good about that. It's gonna be a good time, yeah. So, okay. Pray the game actually cooperates. Alright. Cases. Fate of Black Peter has already been solved. Riddle on the Rails is what we're doing now. If anything lags, you know, network-wise or on-screen-wise, say something. That's all I can ask you to do, because at the moment, my model on my screen for me is too small to tell if it's working properly. So let's have fun. This is going to be a test to see what the Ricky PC can handle. All right. And the reason it asks why do you want to replay it is it's because I had to do some testing off stream. Had to make sure Franky and Tony's hard work actually was pulled off. Okay. Roll the dice for an investigation. The fate of a man hangs in the balance, I'm sure, but you know what? That's fine. Let's see. How good am I feeling? Let's flip our new brass coin. Feeling a bit odd today. All right. Here goes. Let's hope I survive the first cutscene. Never know, maybe you'll get into a fight of losing arm wrestling. True.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene.
Smoothly.
Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
What?
But you haven't yet
What a
told
gamer.
me who your friend is. The one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
I don't know
There's
about
someone
that.
to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Who might that be?
Mycroft.
The brother of Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
That's one I haven't
He
read either.
does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
Ooh,
We're
boy.
about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need
Okay.
help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you,
Yeah, why are you
Mycroft.
crawling on all fours
I
to
wrote
us?
you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective
I
affairs.
feel you there, Pete.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That's the
Sheesh.
point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a
Wait,
band of
what?
idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
Oh,
You
fun.
need
We're dealing
me,
with
Mycroft,
extremists.
and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further...
Whoa,
Mrs.
whoa,
Hudson.
whoa.
Tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least
Yeah,
write
Severus
to me
Snape,
on your
yeah.
return.
Played by Alan Rickman? I think that's who played Snape. Okay. Okay. It's a bit laggy, but I think we can live with this question mark. I think. Hopefully. If it gets to be too much, maybe we can swap games to something chill tonight and just talk about how the new year is treating everybody. Whew, okay. Alan Rickman, yeah. It's not that bad? Okay. All right. What do you make of my dear brother, Watson?
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We shall be late for the train.
Hello, Toby.
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
Do I dare peer through that? It's pointed at somebody else's window. Yeah, probably not. Ooh. Anatomical studies. Various swords of... Oh, okay, I can... Here's my first nerd moment. I get to figure out what these swords are. Let's see. All side swords, actually. None of these are full length. These are one-handed, like something you would see a nobleman carry. No cutlasses. Oh, wait. Rapiers, sabers. Interesting. Interesting choice, Sir Holmes.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. This is where I keep my post.
Let's have a look-see. Maybe we can find what Mycroft said. Harpooner's Revenge. Oh, this is the wrap-up of the glass case we did. The grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source was more than sufficient to conclude that the murder of Peter Carey was Pablo Coventro, one of Carey's former harpooners. However, lawful justice could not be awarded. Coventro was found dead of natural causes, possibly from his remorse at committing such a terrible crime, when in fact the real killer was let go easy by us. Nice. Goodness, I hope my jaw's moving. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the model. I'm just going to review the stream when I get to it. Alright, let's set off.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
1 week later. What a time jump. Now I see the hair discussion. I can't participate because apparently I'm bald. Alright. Alright, pop quiz. Who here has been on a train? I would raise my bony hand, but I can't.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
They're never on time.
Attention! The
I think
train is arriving
I had to wait
at
1
the
hour for
station.
one of mine.
Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase.
Hey, it's important. Those 200 tabs are important.
But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
They?
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I told you, the train
I don't
eating
know.
fog. It's right there.
It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
Please don't tell me you're not
It's
one of
too
those
dark.
people, Ricky. No,
Only
I'm
fog
that's a
and
call
rails,
out post.
nothing
Sorry.
else.
There is
I
no
don't.
use in stumbling around here at
I
night.
close
We'll
everything.
come back tomorrow.
I have no tabs. Nothing. Rode the train at Dollywood, actually. Interesting. All right. Things are turning out to be very interesting for a quick getaway. Yeah, but I've ridden the Amtrak before, and let me tell you, it's its own culture, riding on one of those trains. I'm sure I would have met a lot of interesting people if I wasn't, like, you know, anxious out of my mind, but it's an interesting ride. You should definitely try riding a train at least once in your life. All right, Ryan, hope to see you back here before we end. Okay, you called yourself out there. You don't
Well,
have
here we
to
are
point
again
out.
at Evesham Station.
Whatever.
We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
No, what you do, Tony, is very special. Clip Studio Paint. It is a art program, one of like 3 well-known ones. And if Tony wants me to out Tony, I'll out Tony. Tony, I don't know if you still do it, but Tony doesn't save anything. It's all on backup, and I have asked Tony, please learn how to control S and spare your computer so much pain. I don't get it either, but Tony is my artist. We don't bite the hand that feeds us. Okay, solve the mystery of the vanished train. Inspect the rails where trains vanished. Maybe you used to do that. I don't know. Maybe you described it. You back up along with the saves. What is it? You leave but then you leave the art tabs open and then you just reload what you backed up at as soon as you. Oh, good grief. Okay, 24 FPS. We are Sherlocking in 24 FPS. This may or may not be a bad thing. Okay, if this continues... Ooh, please, no. If this continues... Like, if it gets worse than this... I have 2 options. I can either PNG my first stream back, or I can swap games, probably to Balatro. That looks okay, actually. Okay. The game does not to me. Yeah, I feel you there, Sky. Alright. Nottingham to London.
This map will be useful.
Interesting. And we're of Evesham. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The British are very particular about how things are pronounced, just like everywhere else. And it's not always obvious. Yeah. No, I feel you there, Tony. But I've defeated that. I've developed the Twitch long ago for thumbnails and such, and I'm heavily reliant on saving
First
a
of all,
bunch.
let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
Very well, that's what we'll do then. Okay. If it gets worse than this, we'll swap games. It was over here, right? Ah, we cannot. Okay. Where the train disappeared, eh? Was that along this path instead, then? Do 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 do. Alright, do you want me to run this way then, game?
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Mm-hmm.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
What do you mean by railway sleepers? I don't exactly know what that is. Ground near the rails.
A discarded item, possibly
Nope.
thrown. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here.
There's no trace of anything.
There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no
Hello, Short.
clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
Feels like I'm talking to my last manager. One time they asked me why I don't smile all that often, and I said, well, one, smiling takes more effort than staying neutral, and second, I got a crooked smile. IRL. Only when I put up both sides does this proper smile come out, but when I use my left side, it's just a really weird smirk. Well, we've taken a look. I suppose we should head back to the station and gather some intel. But how does a train disappear? Hello, Ninja. We're doing alright so far. The game's not providing us much room for performance in the model, but we're making do. Nobody at the ticket counter. Strange. Nobody in the ticket office, actually. Message to all stations. Mr. Robinson is located at Bridlington Station. Huh.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Okay. Train composition. Line, Nottingham. Let's see here. Ooh. Train liner number 324. Composite locomotive, coal car, first class car, postal wagon, special wagon, ordered by Mr. Robinson. Second class car. Was this what was supposed to arrive last night, or what? Sorry, train disappeared on the right of the train. Oh no, I was on the train. It's all right, Ninja. We don't question the ways of the Ninja Meatloaf. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Okay.
Here is the train set.
I wonder how that's going to be important. Locomotive, coal car, first class car, postal wagon, and a special wagon, and a second class car. Special wagon separating first class and second class, so it must have been transporting something very crucial to Mr. Robinson. Okay.
A telegraph.
Alright. Standard for a train station of this time. Telegraphs would have been faster than phones. On account of the technology. Moving onward and upward. We don't see anything else around here, yeah? I don't think so. Alright, Mr. Station Master, what can I garner from you? Oh yeah, liking the stream does help me get out there, so.
Good morning. Allow
If you
me
remember
to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr.
And I'm the
Watson.
creepy skeleton behind them,
Yes,
Rickety
I
Bones.
remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
But the question becomes... Okay. Now it's time to observe our individual here. Full gray hair. Okay, don't have to call him out like that. Very dapper. An honorary badge. Good tenure here. Also, thank you for the kind compliment, Ninja. I appreciate it. You're welcome here anytime. Spots of Earth. That's a bit strange for a station master, but... And a wedding ring. What do I garner from this? A wedding ring, spots of Earth, honorary badge. Well, well, well. What about not being called out? Graying hair usually indicates elderly age.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Yes, please. We are
Well, there was nothing
plebeians
so
when it
very
comes to
special
trains.
about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
That I already got. Let's have a talk about the... Let's have a talk about that special wagon that was attached.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car,
That's what I
ordered by a
thought.
private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
He seemed... Given that badge, he's probably stayed in his position long enough because he kept his trap shut, so we don't need to push on that.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
Yes,
What
with
do you
any
mean?
celebrities.
Like
the
officials?
Queen, for starters.
No. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington Station
Oh, I read
saying
that
that
wrong.
the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
Oh dear.
That is interesting.
Issue with the passengers? Issue with the passengers. I guess some people got on each other's nerves? Well, we'll see.
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a
Ooh.
suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
The Luke Goblin in me wants to open that chest so bad. Okay, let's have a look in here real quick.
Railway post bags.
No letters to be purloined. Discreetly, of course, within legal reason. Totally don't want to steal anybody's letters. The waiting hall, we have already been here, correct? Yes. This is where we got the local map. Grandma in her 20s had a school friend whose hair turned to snow by the age of 22. Oy. Let's see. Ooh. Look at this.
An old locomotive bell.
A steampunk designer's dream.
This part is probably from a locomotive. This place serves as a storage area for the station. This part is probably from a locomotive.
Captain Obvious stating everything he sees. Okay, so this is the repair shed, basically. Let me just double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Probably not. I've noticed my hair is turning more red than brown, getting lighter. Unfortunate. There probably is some, because I am seeing some minor network issues. I do apologize. That's life on Wi-Fi for you. And there's also a little bit of game lag, which is unfortunate. Alright. Let's open up the world map. Head to Bridlington. Okay, I got you. Found the train and it was disassembled and put into the maintenance room. I don't know. That seems like a quick job. I don't think even an F4 team could disassemble a train of that caliber that quickly. That would be funny, though. Speaking of, I remember seeing a video one time where, you know those old American GI Jeeps? They're called Willys. Haha, take your laughs, we can get them. Anyway, the Willys Jeep was made simply. And apparently there's a video out there where a German team reassembled from 0 parts assembled, except the motor, a Willys Jeep in under 5 minutes. Imagine that, having an entire building blocks Jeep trying to get you through a war zone. It's terrifying to think of. All right. Here we are, Bridlington. Let's see. Oof. I wish this game could run smoother. This doesn't bode well if I ever want to stream the sinking city. Okay.
Railway post bags.
Let's see if we can find the station master. Solve the mystery. Okay. I think we will investigate the rails later. Hello there.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Your accent sounds... I can't tell if it's native or foreign because... No, it's native because Scottish would be a little bit harder, I think. Well, there's one obvious one. Even though it's blurred out. Work clothes, so something durable. Hello. A cheap ticket. Okay, so clearly the man is a working man special. Married, so he's got a couple kids waiting for him. And rough skin. Okay, what does that all tell me? Married, work clothes, cheap ticket. He's a commoner. Guy who works with his hands for a living. Probably some kind of construction, actually, because there's no dirt. You mind telling me why you're so miffed?
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night, I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Bro. I mean, sure, it's a crappy piece of paper, but it doesn't gotta be gold embossed or something, does it? Alright, so what can you tell me about the others that you were riding with?
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, of course their type don't need a ticket.
Okay, this is sounding less like... Okay, you have a valid ticket, yet you get shoved out. Except for the rich. That doesn't sound like them being unruly. That sounds like a kidnapping. A high-profile kidnapping at that. This is gonna be interesting.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners.
Foreigners.
Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Oi!
Goodbye, sir.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Mr. Robinson, I presume. About to say something really nasty in
Good day
Spanish.
to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock
Whoa!
Holmes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Well, all right. There's a lot I can already gather from you. You're an affluent individual who is eccentric in many ways and a poor dresser. So somebody else dresses you for you. All right. Oh. Oh, okay. Australian. That's not exactly a slouch hat, but something about it, I'm sure. Expensive clothes. Yeah, I was gonna say that is silk, probably high quality wool with some felt on the lapel. Good God. Heavy gold ring. He is not shy about flaunting his worth. Nothing here. And alligator skin. Yeah, croc skin boots. He's too big to be a hunter, so clearly he's somebody from the outback who owns a lot of land. All right, Mr. Robinson, let's have a boots with the scales. Gosh darn it, Sky. That was immediate, too.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
That's a thick Australian accent. Interesting. Kind of looks like the guy who is supposed to be the villain in Disney's Pocahontas movie in a way. I could see that. I haven't seen Pocahontas, but I could definitely see like the classic villain with the classic anti-nature villain with all the animal adorned accessories. Oh, you're good, B. Good luck. I know drawing is hard. Hopefully I'm not too distracting. Let's talk about that special
I presume
wagon.
it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
Ooh. Prototype. Prototype electricity. Well, you don't look like Nikola Tesla. But let's have a talk starting from the top.
You mentioned a director's board. Which
Yeah.
company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company.
Bar-
I had made an appointment with them. Now they are
Chileans.
lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes company?
It's a large
Go back
South
to YouTube,
American
Tommy.
company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
Don't say it. It's actually not true. I was thinking along the lines of, well, South America and wealth don't exactly go hand in hand, but then I remembered Castilians and rich Mexicanos run the government down south. So I'll keep my trap shut about that. Alright, let's talk about this prototype. What kind of generator were you building in a cave, Mr. Stark?
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in. And yet, I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
You know, for somebody who works with technology, you have a very, very, very biased opinion against this train. What did it ever do to you?
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yeah.
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him.
So much for humanitarian. You went with the bigger budget.
I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Sheesh.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean company.
Yeah, so much for humanitarian, right? Alright. Let's have a talk with our station master here. He looks really green compared to the old guy. Alright. Let's build a profile on you.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
He's young. He's trying to... Let's build your profile real quick. Yeah, very young. I'd have to say... I mean, model notwithstanding, probably late 20s. Hell, maybe even mid. Clean clothes. Yeah, he's been hired recently. Very recently. For clean clothes? I mean, you can have a clean uniform on the job, but for it to be this dandy, he's clearly not gotten into the muck. Is this your first day on the job, son? And ink smudges. Yeah, he's very green behind the ears. Clean clothes, ink smudges. Interesting. All right, let's have a talk, shall we? I'd like to get to know you a little bit better.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday,
Nottingham.
everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station.
See, I
have
told
no
you
idea why, and it delayed
no
the train.
one way to say these
But the
things.
worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states
Boy
that
Scout.
in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
Life by the book. That is definitely a greenhorn. The worst kind of greenhorn, too.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, Did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
2 weeks. You're rookie station master.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram.
Yeah.
Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that
means
you wish
nothing.
to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Hello, Franky.
That is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very
I'll fill
rude.
you in a second, Franky.
And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
It's fine. I'm the temperature around here dropped like a stone, so I am more than happy to have a little extra fire. Hello, Franky. To fill you in, Detective Attorney. Esquire. We have a train that has seemingly disappeared off the rails without any sign of wreckage. It disappeared before it reached our station when we were waiting for it, and it hasn't come around since. We've met the old station master. He has no idea what's happening, but he did inform us that there is a special car attached to this train. When we got here to this station that is earlier in the path, after it disappeared, we found out that it was carrying valuable cargo and VIPs from a Chilean agency. Did you try suplexing the train? No, Bagman. We could not touch it. It's ethereal, sadly. Might be from another dimension. That might be your department, not mine. We talked to a gentleman outside who is apparently the inventor of said grandiose machine that is capable of generating electricity, Mr. Robinson. And he's an Australian who seems to be selling it to the highest bidder. We're now talking to a very green station master who is trying to conceal all the details he knows. And he is the one who held Mr. Robinson, and other passengers were shoved off. Yeah, we have ruled out it being disassembled like an F1 vehicle. So, now you're hopefully brought up to speed. Let's continue. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about what you're withholding from us, my dear Greenhorn.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable.
Encoded.
It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Chesterfield Leve Station. Oh, what the hell? Certe. It's gibberish, but it's still along the same lines. See? Chesterfield Railway Station. Train arriving at 0:30, departed at 0:35. Right. And then, does that match up? Yes, that is NLER number 324. Weird. No, I know what happened. So the station masters talk to each other in Morse code. He had ink smudges, so he freshly transcribed this. It's not a different language, it's misspelled Morse code. Either he translated incorrectly, or they sent it incorrectly. We'll have to figure that out. But Chesterfield Railway Station, train NLER number 324 arrived at 0:30, which is 12:30 a.m., and departed 5 minutes after. It's not encoded, it's just poor handwriting, just like me. Alright, let's take a quick look. Ooh, we have a new... Okay, we need to put some things together real quick. The vanished train was carrying a special wagon ordered by Mr. Robinson. Train simply vanished. The train vanished with the people, and so did the Chileans. The Chileans stay on the train, which is a coincidence. The train conductor overlooked them. Not likely, not with VIPs. Works with that type of writing often. Yeah. Chicken scratch. No more cursive around here, just chicken scratch. The directors of the Chilean Barcaza's company intentionally left on the train. The controller removed all passengers from the train except the Chileans, which is correct. And we'll follow that thread later. Chesterfield telegram reported the telegram with the arrival and departure of the vanished train. Vanished train was carrying a special wagon ordered by Mr. Robinson. This doesn't correlate, right? Yeah. So we've got all our clues for now. You'd be surprised to know the shorthand and the abbreviations I see all the time. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me none. Like, I think my mother, who, of course, is still alive, she might still know a bit of shorthand from her secretary days. Nothing of note, as far as I know. We should be able to leave here. But if we need to, we can come back. Let's go ahead and investigate a little bit more around here. Hello, you're a person of interest. Or not. You're just a farmer sitting on his wagon. Probably one of the displaced passengers. Thank God you can run in an investigation game. Otherwise this would take forever. Alright, moving back out here. What's this room? Oh, it's another maintenance shed. Let's see, maybe they have the same things in here. Nice burner. What I could do with a bit more heat. Frankly, my office is actually fairly well heated, surprisingly. I didn't notice when it went down to about 93 last night. Which is bone-chilling for Gehenna, mind you. For humans, it's baking, of course. Ooh, we have another house back here. Can we open it? No, the game says no. Boo. Oh, it's just a forward office. Okay. No, thank you, Bagman. We have enough. Yeah, I know. It's something else up in Tennessee. Hydrationist, thank you. Ninja, no! We need you! We need your notes! Those are flammable too, as much as you are. Oof. Okay, you know what? This could be a worse experience. This could be a worse running experience. Just a little bit of lag here and there. It's not impacting gameplay. I mean, it's a slow investigation game. Why would it? Now, if this were Apex, which doesn't run on my computer at all, I would have issues. I would throw hands with my PC. Which is not something you should do normally, by the way. Alright. Station master, I'm here to sort out okay, nobody's home.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Uh-huh. Finished with that drawing. Happy how it looks. Good, good. For a creative to say I'm happy with how it looks is a rarity. I know. Okay, so full of bottles immediately tells me this station master has no time in his hands.
Advertisement.
And an unhealthy liver. So that would explain why the message came through garbled.
A telegraph.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code.
We
but
called it.
Apparently not.
He had to use a cheat sheet to send that message, which means there were spelling errors. The hearth is... Oh, Lord. My friend, you may or may not want to douse that fire. I think you'll go up faster than it. Or this station, for that matter.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
All right, friend. Let's have a good look at you. Well, for one thing, you're about as rosy as the roses behind me. Let's have a good look at your eyes. Clean clothes also indicates quite a bit. Same badge as the youngin'. Married. So you got family with you. Hello. Yeah, you're not hiding that from Sherlock Holmes. Thank you, Mims, for always being the... Oh, what's this? Oh. It's a fan of the fisheries, it seems. Okay. Also, I just realized, so this is a little behind the scenes, don't worry about it. I'm looking at my model through a monitor, and said monitor through OBS is delayed. For various reasons I'll one day get into, but I now realize that maybe I'm seeing double the lag because I'm seeing a laggy output. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I won't worry about the model. Family? He did it anything. We do anything for family. That was a terrible Vin Diesel impression. Okay. Good sir, if you can keep your head up for about 5 minutes, I'd like to ask you about the train passengers.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were
Why does he look like
very
Nixon?
busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
You know what? Hats off to you, if I could, at this moment. That is some very, very good drunk acting. Okay, you mind telling us why you managed to garble that?
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram
is that
he
what you're working
received
on
from you
during
last
this?
night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
My friend, I have to say, this entire room smells like a friend I know. Jack Daniels, are you familiar?
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
Yeah, what he said.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
He's going to be useless as a
Holmes.
witness.
This man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not
Considerable,
be
you
long
say.
before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Take a break if you need to, Tony. Sometimes letting the hands stretch out and accepting that your brain does have a capacity of purpose each day ain't a bad thing. Besides, I know what you're drawing for, and you've got plenty of time to work on it another day. Also, here's... Okay, this is something I recommend to anybody who's working on a creative project. If you feel like you got art block, or you got like something that's sticking in your mind, like you can't focus, and you got something on in the background, pause it or mute it for a minute. Take off your headphones, walk around for a bit, and then look at your work carefully. You know, you'll get a fresh new vision now that you have room to think. Oh yeah, posture check. I'm doing all right. I usually sit up straight anyway. Okay, well, you're a useless sod. Oh, this lag. Ooh. It's okay, Tony. You've told me before that when you're drawing, you have to look down at a tablet. You have a free pass, all right? All right. Oh, this lag is something else. Like, I'm seeing it too now. Fun fact, did you know that the human brain can hold up to about 2.5 billion gigabytes of data? And yet, somehow, we've only got 2 MB of RAM. I can only wonder what study provided
Locked.
that result.
There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
And yes, where's that upgrade? How did I miss that one? Ooh, okay. Let me have a look here. This is a simple puzzle. How do we... okay. I see. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, I solved it. Detective Bones strikes again! I totally meant to do that early. Oof.
Railway post bags.
Sometimes you just solve things by accident and call it genius for no reason. That's interesting. Are these recently used, though?
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
Okay. That does not bode well for our friends from Chile. Chile? Wait a minute, Chile? Chile? Wait a minute, Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Geography is my worst subject. I couldn't tell you where Paris is on a France map. I can only tell you where my hometown is on a US map. Where is Chile again? Is it South America or is it Europe? Like Spain? I forget. I don't remember. It is South America. Okay. For some reason, my brain put Chile. Oh, am I thinking of? I have no idea what I'm thinking of, and I'm not going to embarrass myself further. Let's go talk to the station manager. Watson. Good Watson. Good Watson, my friend. Please. Okay. Let me pass. I told you, geography is my worst subject. Alongside math. Like, complicated math, but I can still do math. Tony, Chile is outside of the U.S. I don't know if zip codes extend all the way. Okay, wait, no, zip codes, I forgot. Zip codes are based on world positions in the world, right? Like, latitude. Tony, hear me out, man. I never worked in shipping. They're called postal codes. Okay, I never worked in shipping. I've never owned a small business where I needed to ship stuff outbound. I am a simple retail clerk. That doesn't help, now that I think about it, because I've done orders through kiosks before. Okay, let's talk about you for a second so I don't continue. Okay.
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
I would like to get out of this well-lit scenario because my computer is
Thank you for
dying.
reminding me. I should clean them. Although, might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
And you believed them. From which company?
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
I can hear the shouts of freedom from here. Wonderful. Alright then. I wanted to lift the rail. So, that tells us... As Watson struggles to climb back to his feet. That tells us quite a bit. Okay. So I cannot leave this area just yet. That tells us that that train was intentionally derailed. There was no crash, though. There was no signs of grinding, for that matter. It was me. I ate the chili dogs. You're not part of this case, Franky. Okay. Watson, let me through. Let me through. Watson. What? God. Linebacker of the year right there. Hello, wait a minute. There's something I'm not seeing? Oh, so there was.
Bags were recently dragged here.
Franky is a part of this. Kidding. Sacks, huh? These are cousins, Franky?
French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Oh, dear.
These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
Well, I think we have a way to pressure him into giving us more info. He pilfered those. That's why he's off his rocker a bit.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
Ninja, your F1 theory actually might have weight.
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Oh.
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
Or any steam for that matter.
But, oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
That train is still down the rail. Spare parts of a handcar. And no traces of the train. Fake train experiment. Dismantled handcar seems to be directly connected to our mystery. Reconstruct the handcar to see if it can imitate the vanished train. What else? Yes. That station master is... The train passed through Chesterfield Station, despite it being unsure if the station master sent the report. The train never passed through Chesterfield Station. The station manager was drunk and his testimony seems unreliable. He could have sent the report without missing the train. Francois buckets, man. Like sour star apple with a beer salt. Ooh, that does sound nice. Oh, those were the apples you were telling me about. Past Chesterfield. Oh. Okay, so here's what we're working with here right now. The train passed Chesterfield, and we're assuming that somebody else sent the telegram, hence why there was a paper out. Miss Chesterfield, and we assume that the station master simply sent it absolutely drunk off his rocker. And he just wanted to cover his tracks. What if we're the train? Different British tale, Franky. We're not Thomas the Tank Engine, we're Sherlock Holmes the detective. Anyway. There's no Ringo Starr in this story, sadly. Let's assume for now... What is the one thing they would have gotten right? You can't... He doesn't remember... Oh... This left one is correct. Because he doesn't remember anything of that night. He was drunk off his rocker. Ergo, he was passed out. Ergo, the only reason a station master could screw up the code that easily is because it wasn't a station master. That's my running theory so far. Somebody commandeered this station and made it look like this train had left safely. Traded for the fancy wine, that's also an option, yeah. That could have drugged him. For now, we need to complete this task. I don't think there's any more our clues can bring us, but let's just see one more thing. Yeah, no. Rookie bribe the station master for some glory? I don't think so. All right.
I should use the appropriate object here.
So I'm missing all the parts here, huh?
I should use the appropriate object here.
There we go. Okay, so we're assembling this from the parts around us. And mechanism joint. Small gear would go there. A hand mechanism right there. And then we're missing another wheel right here. We are putting... Oh, this is so jank. I can't tell where anything is. And then brakes. Where are the brakes? There they are. Interesting. Now what are we missing? Wooden base. We need an extra plank somewhere. There it is. Hey, we did it. We put together a tiny wooden train.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson. I haven't finished yet. Try
Said
using your
Tony to
imagination.
Ricky so
Our
many
train
times.
requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
Right.
We need to attach a headlight and a steam whistle.
So where would we find that? Ooh, fire extinguisher. That's helpful. Whoa. Headlight. There we go. Ooh, that's heavy. And a train steam whistle. Okay. Oh, I get what we're doing here. That's really ridiculous. Okay, I like this idea. Way to call yourself out there. Hey, everybody gets something. So, we are going to place the long pole.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam
And the
whistle is now
steam
connected.
whistle.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson.
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
shall
We
need
need
a fire
propulsion
extinguisher.
for a steam whistle to work, not just wind. We need a heavy source to make it
The
go.
fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here.
We have ourselves a train.
The steam whistle is ready to be used.
And look at that. It even has electricity. Oh my good lord.
Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So
Somewhat.
such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Yeah, it's a tale as old as
Watson,
time for
you should
art.
not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Yeah, because
Well,
we don't
I
have
hope
any
that
other
justifies
idea.
our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
Wait, we've been driving around with the entire archive? Oh dear. That's a lot of heavy paper. There we go. It was a fake. The train never reached Evesham. It disappeared earlier and was faked by somebody using a handcar and a spare train parts from Chesterfield. Still doesn't connect any dots. But we got a lot less to think about. Alright then. We have to return to the cab. do 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 do. All right.
Now we have 2 maps. We must combine them properly.
Ah, okay. Ooh, this is somewhat okay. Somewhat kind of like. Oh, okay. We need to locate. Aha! There we are.
Here it is. There is a
I
side
can read
branch to the
topographic maps.
railway.
My dad
Its
was a
first
geologist.
switch is located between Bridlington and
Is,
Chesterfield
actually.
stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the
To a
nearby
nearby
quarry.
quarry.
There is a small
Hot
section of a
chocolate,
railway
nice. Good
at
for
the
a
end
cold
of
night.
Evesham station.
Excellent. All right. So we now have a new location. I actually had some Swiss Miss earlier back in December. It's still too sweet for me. I'm just too much of a bitters guy, you know? I always prefer hot coffee, but hot coffee at this hour? I'd be seeing y'all tomorrow. Bright and early. Swiss Miss, yeah, it's a brand of hot chocolate, very popular down here. Could mix coffee with that hot cocoa, and then I'd have a very sugary cocktail. You call Swiss Miss hot chocolate? When done with milk, yes. Look, when you're poor, when you're a poor little chiquito with not much options at your local food market, you just make do with what you got. It was either that or the off-brand. I didn't know it was so disgusting, apparently. But I guess store-bought powder stuff usually is subpar, huh? Oh, the lag. Okay, it's a little bit... oh. Hello. Let's have
The
a look at
switch
you.
is rusted, but it still works.
Rusted. Ah. This is easily rusted and still works. And silvered. The fact that these are shiny... It may have been used recently. Chesterfield. Aha! So it never made it. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Ugh. Whatever. Train never passed through Chesterfield Station. So it never reached it. I did not mean to do that. Back to the railway switch, please. Preston still works. Have you had abuelita? No, actually. Maybe I'll try that. I feel like something more chocolatey would be up my alley. Less sugary. Less sweet.
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
Bridlington and... Hello? There's not much to see here. Nothing pops up on the detective radar here. There is 2 beaten paths, though.
This road should go in the same direction as the railway.
Nope. In the same direction as the railway, huh? Okay, it's not gonna let us go past. Okay, what do you want me to do, game? What do you want me to do that is so important? To the mines. Oh.
Mines? This is interesting.
Ah, now we get to do a quick investigation. A deduction. And now we have our
It would
head.
be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
We yearn for the mines. I wish coffee tasted as good as it smelled. Yeah, me too. Like, the smell of triple shot Americano is beautiful. Especially with a little hazelnut cream thrown into it. But it tastes absolutely not okay. No matter what you do. Don't ask why I've ever had triple shot Americano. It was for work reasons, I assure you. My heart may or may not have suffered permanent damage because of it, but you know, it was worth it.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned.
If Franky is calling you out for being unhealthy, you've done something wrong. Oh, I'm fine, y'all. I'm fine. I just have really, really poor taste. I have the palate of a college kid. If it works and keeps me alive, keeps me awake, it's generally okay. I'll live with the taste. Anyway, the game is not having fun. The encoder is going bonkers, by the way, everybody. Ooh.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
Wait.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here.
What am I supposed to do with this information?
Nothing interesting here.
Maybe this?
Nothing interesting here.
Or maybe I just have to take one print. Ooh, okay.
Nothing interesting.
Skip.
A small vehicle with wooden beams.
Oh, I was
went
supposed to measure
down
from this way to this way. I can feel your encoder from here. Yeah, me too. Oh, God, it's affecting the game, too. And me. What can a skeleton do? Get enough sleep, drink water, and tea. You first, Tony! You frickin' first. Aside from the tea bit, you're doing fine, but you probably don't get enough sleep like I do. Okay. Does it allow me to have more than 3 special shots? That's good. That's good to hear. Okay. All right. It has to happen. The game, by the way. The game is forcing us to do this, not I. So, Franky, your model was perfectly fine. It's this game. All right? This game has some special qualities to it. I'm going to kill the model and pull up PNG Detective as soon as my computer cooperates. Please stand by. I'll be right back after this quick mechanical swap out. Whatever. Be right back. We're gonna see if this game runs better. And for the record, yes, I did, Dank. For the record, this PNG will still be used anytime the computer is just like, hey, you know what? Screw you. I don't want to run VTube Studio today. So yeah, we still get to be cardboard boxes. Hello, Dank. You have arrived, unfortunately, as my computer refuses to run both Sherlock Holmes and VTube Studio at the same time. Your hard work will not go unused, Franky. Don't worry. We just need to play. You did fine. You did fine, Franky. I just play more modern games and my PC screams out in terror. Let's see if it's still happening. Okay. Things are working out. We're going to finish this case. We're going to probably wrap up this case very soon anyway. We've been doing very good on puzzles. Okay. And for the records, I've seen other VTubers do this too, you know? The cardboard cutout is always an option. Yeah, Franky did amazing. Just, you know, my PC is ancient.
This is an administrative panel. See what it says.
And, you know, puzzle games are never the best optimized for that matter. Don't worry, Franky. Next up is Old School Rally, and I'm sure the model can handle that and itself.
This is an information sign. It might contain some useful data. We should restore it.
Franky, no. Okay. There we go.
Watson, you are a gentleman, and gentlemen tend to carry handkerchiefs.
Goddamn with the alley-oops.
Yours?
And where is your own?
I guess if you're here, that means Phantom's wrapped up knitting for the
Very
night.
well. Here it is.
All right. Oh, hello. It's a coal company. We know that much. So sorry, Watson. You're going to have to burn this handkerchief depending on... W-E-A? What does that mean?
WEA, coal. These mines belong to them.
Mm-hmm. Oh. We're gonna travel to England, yep. Yes, Tony. Yes, we have merch. You don't need to shill it every stream. It's in the description. If people want to buy merch, they can buy merch. But as it stands, I know everybody's not frugal, but I should say broke half of the time, just like myself. So, you know, you don't need to shill it every stream. I know you're proud of your work, but there are times and places. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. You're really making me do this. Yes, there is an official Hotel Calaveras gift shop available on the channel page and in the link that Tony just provided. It is powered by Fourth Wall and contains an assortment of selections and 2 or 3 designs by TboniDraws, donated free of charge, and they are as decently priced as we can make them. In case you're worried about buying online for the first time, you can also check out the First Time Buyer's Guide, authored by yours truly, who was a retail slave for a lot of his life. Okay. So the WEA... There's...
This mine has
okay,
completely
maybe you did
Holmes.
make the right call,
It is
Tony.
curious. But to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's
Hello?
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
I was summoned by Shilling. Where is it? You were there for the quote unquote launch. It's open. The merch store has been open for a while now. Collapsed mine, pile of stones. I know. How dare. Now, hold on. My honor has been besmirched. How dare you say I cannot provide a sales pitch? Getting the largest size I can when I ever get my paycheck. Oh, God. Thank you. If the opportunity provides it, B, I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope the mug doesn't accidentally snap. You don't want to pitch mugs to me. Did I mention our brand new mugs are all microwave and dishwasher safe, providing a fun little two-tone to add to your collection. They feature a VIP skull card painted on the side of the mug and a signature phrase, Memento Vivere, Memento Mori, as popularized by Ricky T. Bones. One in red and white and one in gold and white. Show off your support for Hotel Calaveras today with the Hotel Calaveras VIP mug. Available for less than $20. Standard rates and shipping apply. That's how you do sales. Now don't make me do it again. I lost my soul for a second there. Okay, what is this?
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose.
I can hear Ricky. I can hear Franky chuckling all the way from over here. Hello, what's this?
Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol?
Oh.
Good. Fire at this package.
You... Okay. Yep, explosives. That's C4.
Dynamite.
Or dynamite, yeah, explosive. Okay. B, if you don't have room in your cupboard, how are you going to fit those mugs in? Oh, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Anyway, so those are dynamite packages used to blow open a steel train. I'll find a way. I always find a way, damn it. They say you should never be ashamed of shilling your own stuff because people want to support you. I appreciate you, B. Thank you. Thank you. I will just say thank you. All right, moving on. Okay, so do I, and I have a crippling addiction myself. I used to have one I had really loved from a Far Side comic. It was like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, I think. And then, no, it wasn't damned if you do, damned if you don't. It was one of a bunch of people in hell. Some of them are suffering. And then there's one dude just absent-mindedly singing while he works. And the devils are just like, we just aren't getting through to that guy. And it was a yellow mug, and I loved it. So I understand your pain. And hoodies, yeah. When is Thursday? 2 days from now. Oh, that's a threat, and I know it. 2 days. You can live, B. Just work. When you go to work, just think of what you're doing to earn that hoodie, I guess. I don't know. That was how I treated my job a lot of the time. It was just like, I am working towards something. I'm working towards an upgrade. And that made it a lot easier to deal with. Okay. Deductions, real quick. Somebody has used dynamite to collapse the mines, and the mines were collapsed. Why? The mines were collapsed to hide the train. Dynamite was used after the train was moved inside. The mines were collapsed with dynamite. Somebody wanted to close them intentionally. Do the nerd thing, that's what I'm trying to do. Hey, those are also cool. Those emotes are emotes from the Twitch channel, by the way. They'll come here eventually when we get monetized. But those are some of the official emotes by Tony. In high quality too. Now you don't have to look at them in tiny form in YouTube chat. Stickers are cool. I'm getting the VIP shirt. Nice! Yes, the stealth polo. Yes! I hope you enjoyed when you get it. You're a poster? Yeah. Yeah, Tony, that used to be our channel art. And then Tony was just like, hey, I can make this into a poster. And then made the most badass art of me I've ever received. Still the badass, and still one I want to get that. You don't have to be. Be. Some self-control is also what we appreciate here in Nota Calaveras, please. I have no room. Also a pain I understand. It has to be this. Collapse to hide the train. What about sabotage? A lot of facts, but nothing concrete. Yes, Tony proved me wrong yet again. Self-control, he says. Well, yeah. Self-control, he says, while folks constantly blow things up, threaten them with money and support and other hijinks. Yeah, you gotta afford that new PC upgrade, Tony. I'm gonna say this because there was also passengers. And that's what we'll say for now. Things are adding up in my head. I don't have a clear picture of any of this. Let's see. So what now? I don't even want to know what your figurine collection looks like, Franky. I'm sure it's a lot of no regret purchases. So stick it in my own ceiling. Getting my own personal PC can wait. B, no.
This is the cabin for the mine's security personnel.
I got a bad feeling about this. Okay, no dead bodies.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
Alright, another safe cracking. Alright, first... we work with the most obvious. Then, from there... I see. Oh, this one's a bit more complex. Good. I'm tired of all these easy puzzles. Okay. Where does these connect? Okay. This might be a good starting point. There we go. Interesting. This one has no line. It's only a straight line, and then... okay. Okay. Unless... no, there's no way it can be that. So then what about this? Question about the stickers. Shoot. As I'll answer them as best as I remember from Fourth Wall. Can they be used to decorate laptops? Technically, yes. They are vinyl. They are vinyl matte stickers, so they could probably stick to your favorite laptop. Okay. Let's have a look at another spot. Okay, so that's definitely where this line connects. Let's have a look through that. Okay, it needs to stay open. And there should be... Okay, things are falling into place. I think. I could be mistaken. Aha! Boom! There we go. You could wait until tax return season. That is true, yes.
The Mexican company Caracao and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
Caracao and Caravanza. Oh. New instructions to all WEA Coal security personnel. We inform you that representatives of the Barcazas group are granted free access from now on. This company is the future owner of the mines. Also, starting from today, a no trespassing rule is upheld against any representative of the Caracao Consortium. The preliminary contract of sale has been cancelled. Do not provide any explanation. This information is confidential. It depends on what you want to use it for, B. So, like, okay, I am not encouraging anybody to buy on these. Okay, let me be clear. I am not encouraging anyone just overspending, but there is a week, if I recall correctly. Dan could probably ratify this, but there is a week mandatory or 5 days mandatory for production because it is made to order, and then it'll get shipped to you. It should be a US based supplier, ? Depending on which one you picked. But the sooner the better if you're in a temperate climate. Yes, and at the moment all profits go to Ricky, so I will go ahead and pull the curtain back a bit. That's fine. Okay. Just want to make sure. You know, you don't buy a hoodie and then you have to put it away for the rest of the year. Yes. And to that end, most of the items on the... Should there be a warning for shipping overseas or out of state? Nope. They do international shipping, if I recall correctly. It's just a little bit extra, I think. You think I ditch my hoodies in the summer? Well, I do, that's for sure, because it gets up to quite a feisty temperature around Tejas. Okay. So they're the buyers. They're the buyers now. That's interesting. Yeah, but I know... I don't think you ditch them. I think it's just a matter of what you can get away with in the summer. Like the comfort of hoodies. Fair enough. Okay. So, the plot thickens. The Chileans are now the rightful owner of this mine. They were exploded by someone who had access to this stuff. Things aren't lining up. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go talk to Mycroft, get an idea of what he thinks. How would I contact him, though? Let's assume it's the case. It's always too cold in the living room, so I wear hoodies. Oh, okay.
This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it if needed. It is fortunate that we took it with us.
The mines, the railway switch, Chesterfield, and the station. Evesham. Okay. Good brother Mycroft wouldn't happen to be here, would he? Nah, I didn't think so. Okay. Alright, we're gonna head back to the station real quick and see what happens. And then we will probably call it a night and do part 2 either next week or the week after. Someone like the ones I've been using you're using right now. What's holding the hot chocolate? Yep, he's here waiting for us. Hello,
A
who are
funny
you?
character. He looks anxious.
And he is not an Englishman.
Brazilian.
This scent is familiar to me.
Okay. Well, I can kind of clearly see what this is. It's pretty damn easy to see what this is. But what else can I move? Oh. Wrong content, wrong country. Ah, there we go. Let's see. We can line it up just right. There we have it.
A greenish
A sombrero.
brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes,
No, it's the
you
brand of the
amaze
cigar.
me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an
Okay.
excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
So this man is from South America. Interesting. Are you perhaps here to see if they survived?
Newspaper articles on horse racing, hurdle, steeplechase, and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Okay. Enthusiast or gambler?
Betting slips for horse racing.
Called it.
The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive
It's a
vice.
Halloween one.
This man had probably used all his savings.
It's a Halloween one that has a skeleton couple on the front. Oh, that is nice. Small design on the inside too, but I need to finish my drink and wash it out before I can take any good pictures. Cool. I surprisingly don't have any like skeleton accoutrement on IRL except some chains. Anyway, we need to send a message
I
to
asked
Mycroft.
Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
There are two companies, the Chilean Barcazas and the Mexican Caracal. Both wanted to purchase the WEA coal mines. The Mexican Caracal, that's the Mexican we're talking about, consortium had established an initial deal and prepared all the papers. Bless you. However, the Chilean Barcazas group, aided by the influential connections, managed to snatch the concluding deal for the mines. I see. So now we have a turf war on our hands. This is getting interesting. Well, let me see. We're this far in, we've got so many ideas here, but not enough connections. Mexicans versus Chileans, yeah. The Mexicans held no grudge against the Chileans. Business is business after all. I highly doubt that. We need more information on this. No connections. This deep in, 2 hours in, there's no connections. Thank you, Tony. Oh, that does look good. Very ornate, very nice. Okay. All right. Well, we've got a lot of questions and not a lot of answers. So I think this is probably a good point to end it on. Unfortunately, this did turn into a PNG stream, but it's nothing I can do about it. The game turned out to be a lot heavier than I expected. I even did testings prior to the stream to make sure it was going to run right, and boy, was I deceived. So, rest assured, I'll be live 2D next time, and as many times as I can muster, but the fact of the matter is I have a weak, ancient PC, much like my bones, as Dank likes to say. So, go ahead and leave y'all there. I'm excited to see where this one goes, but there'll have to be a part 2 to this. So, thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for putting up with my nerdy shenanigans as usual. And I hope you had a good time sleuthing around with me in Sherlock Holmes. Let's see. Next up is going to be Old School Rally. I'm going to be tilting left and right, I'm sure. I'm going to be in Live 2D. Hopefully, it shouldn't be too heavy on the system. And I look forward to seeing y'all there come Thursday. So, as always, take it easy. Have a good night. And memento vivere, memento mori, and enjoy writing your life story. And please, please, be financially secure when you make a decision about purchases. I'm sure you will. Good night.